Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Always good to have a chat with you on every Friday, Jim.
Larry, more positive news pouring into American Manganese. Can you tell us about it?
Well, today, Zarko Miselja, our CTO, did a presentation on the Benchmark Mineral Intelligence Battery Sustainable Summit, and he did an excellent job of describing the company's assets and their process, and there was a couple other companies on there, but I think we had the most disclosure. So, it started out to be a great day, and we expect to benefit from that in the coming week. It's just one of the many things we're doing. On Monday, we announced that the crews were moving out to the Wendon stockpile. The work went very well down there, and they're just finishing up, and we expect to have some more news on that next week. It's great that now we have not just the recycling to talk about, but we also have the treatment of the Wendon stockpile into electrolytic manganese metal over the next close to a year, and we also have anticipating the up-and-coming spin-out of our properties, our metal properties, gold, copper specifically, and some rare earth properties going into a new spinco, and so we've got a lot of work in here, and but that's okay. We're looking at other things to increase the visibility of the company, and that's always ongoing. We've had lots of interest from battery manufacturers, EV car manufacturers, and over the last couple of years, and it works out to I can't give you an exact number, but somewhere between 30 and 40 companies that have contacted us, and we were happy to present our process and do tours of the pilot plant. Now we're doing virtual tours, and we'll have one on Monday. But it's an exciting time. We're coming up to a new year in 2021. As you know, I've tried to forecast the markets, and I've been pretty right when I said it was a V-shaped recovery. I think I was one of the first ones out there to say that back in early April or late March, and sure enough, that's what we've had, including our own stock. And it's now I'm looking at a very powerful bull market coming up in by the end of this year, if not early next year, and where you'll see a lot of activity, and not just in the technology area where we are, but also in the mining area. So it's it's an exciting thing to look forward to. I know most people are calling for a crash, but they were calling for a crash back in March too. So I think that things are a little bit different. The Robinhood investors have changed the whole scenario and the art of investing. And, they basically overpower the market with combined millions of Robinhooders who put anything from $1,000 to $100,000 into stocks every day. And so that makes a big impact on on not only the Dow and the NASDAQ, but it will be making an impact here in Canada, even though we've gotten rid of our short rule. Finally, the buying will overwhelm that, and we can go on to bigger and better things. I mean, we've been waiting for this for quite some time. If people remembered 1980 when oil and copper and gold and everything was soaring, and stocks were you could throw a dart at a dartboard and pick a stock, and almost 9 times out of 10 it would go up, and some of those stocks went up 4 or 5 times in a very short period of time that really didn't deserve to do that. And that's when the turkeys fly, and I see another market coming very similar to that. And I think that's something we can look forward to before the end of the year. Let's look at a Santa Claus rally. And I think that's starting to happen. Some of the stocks that I'm following are starting to nudge upward, which they haven't done for the last 4 years, and now they're starting to show a little life, and that's fantastic. It helps everybody. A rising tide raises every ship, and we like to see that. We like to see everybody join in on a big bull market, and we're housewives and be talking about their gains, and that's exactly what's happening with the Robin Hooders and millennials. They are talking about their gains every day. It attracts more millennials, and that's what markets are all made up of when it comes down to the end of the day. So I'm looking forward to a great next year, and we've got the goods. There's no doubt about that. We've been very transparent about it. We have the goods. We've got the final piece of equipment in that will make the final product, and we've got to remember it's not what we want, it's what the manufacturer wants. And if we can fill that bill, then we should be getting some offtakes in the very near future. So, those are quite bullish words, but, that's what we strive for. We don't strive to come up with a process that is not recognized. We're very transparent about everything that we do, and not any other companies out there have that transparency. So they are recyclers. They may be recycling the shell of the battery and the copper and aluminum and everything that goes into that shell, and but doing very little with the batteries, which make up 25% of the cost of the battery. And we recognized that very early in the period when we first got working on our manganese process back in 2009 or 10. And we got the patents in 2012. Chemetco was the key to that. They've got a brilliant group of scientists that can see around the corner, and they recognize the potential of cathode materials being recycled using a offshoot of our manganese process, and here we are today. So, great time, Jim.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
American Manganese is a critical metals company. It trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. It trades on the OTC under the symbol AMYZF, and it trades in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. It's a company that developed the process for the treatment of very low grades of manganese, which is critical to the United States. And now we have a process for treating end-of-life batteries or scraps. We're focused on scraps, but we have done some end-of-life battery work. And that is certainly the biggest market over the next 2 or 3 years will be scraps, because they're building gigafactories at a hectic pace. And I expect that to continue. And when a new battery manufacturer starts up, their losses can go up to 40-50% in scrap. So, and eventually they might get it down to the norm is about 10, although we've heard numbers from people in the know that say it's between 12 and 15%. So that's excellent. Jim, you can find the company at AmericanManganeseInc.com. All of our data is and our process is on that site, so you can do a deep dive due diligence on us. We're not just out there saying we're a recycler and yada yada yada. It's we're saying we're a recycler, and here's why. So you can get to that site. You can phone here at the office at 778-574-4444. email me at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com. And I wish everybody an upcoming good holiday.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on December 11th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at howstreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of Howe Street Media Incorporated.